As you begin to settle into quiet awareness, the gentle curve of the station's walls surrounds you like a soft embrace. The space feels spacious yet intimately close, designed with flowing shapes that invite calm and ease. A tender light breathes through the room, not harsh or bright, but instead flowing with a soothing rhythm that seems to mirror your own quiet pulse. It fades gently and comes again, a subtle dance of illumination that fills the shadows without urgency or edge. Around you, panels embedded in the walls hold a delicate glow, their light humming softly rather than shining sharply. This gentle radiance outlines the smooth contours nearby, touching surfaces with a hint of warmth that feels perfectly unhurried. The glow is never still. Its brightness deepens gradually and then softens as if the station itself is slowly inhaling and exhaling alongside you, creating a shared moment of relaxed presence. Along with this comforting light, the air carries a faint fragrance, like the softest whisper of blossoms carried on an almost invisible breeze. This gentle scent weaves through the space, wrapping around you like a fine veil of silk, light enough to barely notice, but rich enough to settle gently on your skin. The aroma is calming, a tender hint of quiet gardens resting far away, blending seamlessly with the tender light to create a cocoon of stillness. In this peaceful moment, the features of Chrysalis Station feel like a warm companion. There, steady and unobtrusive. The shifting luminosity and faint floral breath remind you of slow, natural rhythms, unfolding without rush. Spaces and shapes meld softly, bringing a sense of steady transformation, as if the station itself is quietly evolving, just as you are, little by little. Drifting further into that calm, you feel the faintest breath of silk brushing against your skin again, a quiet reminder of transformation's unhurried pace, wrapped in softness. Let yourself be carried gently along the flow of these whispers as they fade slowly into the quiet night, leading you deeper into the arms of restful sleep. Settling deeper into the enveloping quiet of Chrysalis Station, your eyes follow the gentle sweep of light as it travels slowly over the curved surfaces around you. The bioluminescent panels pulse with a soft, measured glow, their radiance ebbing and flowing like gentle tides against smooth sand. Each wave of illumination unfolds calmly, lending the space a quiet heartbeat that mirrors the slow rhythm of the station itself. This soft rhythm is not merely seen but felt, woven subtly through the atmosphere. The low hum that fills the air moves in time with the light, a barely perceptible cadence that fans like a warm sigh around you. It holds no urgency, no sharp edges, only a steady, tender presence that softly accompanies the gentle dance of illumination. Along your skin, textures shift like a whispering breeze through a field of silk. The touch is light and feather-like, a subtle brushing that flows with a light slow motion, carrying a sensation of quiet transformation. It is as if the surface beneath you breathes in harmony with the pulses above, each fold and movement gliding smoothly, without haste or interruption. Within this cocoon of soft presence, the glowing panels and the delicate tactile brushing together create a seamless flow that soothes both body and mind. The faint pulses of light are synchronized with an invisible rhythm that hums quietly through the station's core, a serene undercurrent that moves steadily beneath the surface of your perception. There, in the calm interplay of sensation and luminescence, you feel a gentle unfolding, an invitation to surrender slowly to the quiet cycles all around you. It is as though time itself is weaving a thread of softness, pulling you into a peaceful stillness where each moment lingers sweetly, unpressed and undisturbed. Rest here, bathed in the tender glow and cradled by silken whispers as the waves of light continue their slow, elegant journey. Let their gentle rise and fall carry you toward a tranquil rest, the pulse of this quiet space echoing softly within you as you drift ever closer to the soft edges of sleep. You settle deeper into the gentle cradle beneath you, where liquid silk seems to ripple under your skin, cool yet inviting, delicate as a whispered breeze. Outside the wide window, shapes begin to shift with languid grace. Clouds of cosmic mist and shadow that rise and fold without a single rush or sharp edge. They unfold like slow petals opening in a vast, serene garden, painting the silent space with quiet wonder. The air around you breathes warmly, a soft, constant embrace that wraps your senses in comfort. There is a faint, soothing scent carried within it, subtle notes of creamy herbs, as gentle as the touch of dawn, filling the space with a calm sweetness that settles like a tender memory. Each breath of this fragrant warmth feels like a gentle wave, smoothing the edges of your thoughts and coaxing softness into every corner of your mind. Beneath your fingertips, the fabric flows weightlessly, a delicate cascade of silky threads that seem to float just above your skin. It moves with the rhythm of the quiet hum, light as the slow dance of starlight across distant skies. The texture whispers stories of transformation, of shapes that evolve gently, inviting you to sink into their quiet unfolding without hurry or demand. Beyond the glass, the cosmic forms continue their subtle reformation, evolving as if in a dream held softly in time. No urgency disturbs their gentle motion. Each curve and shade shifts smoothly, carried on invisible currents that guide them in a slow, continuous emergence. This is a quiet symphony of becoming, where new patterns breathe softly into existence, and you are wrapped within their calm, endless flow. In this serene orbit, you feel the warmth and the fragrance blend together, a slow melody for your senses, weaving a lullaby of stillness and ease. The silk beneath you, the gentle air around you, and the drifting shapes outside work in harmony, inviting your mind to rest within their slow embrace. Here, you can linger in the presence of quiet transformation, where every subtle change unfolds softly, like a secret revealed in the hush between sleeps. You allow your attention to follow the gentle shifts beyond the glass as they drift further into shimmering calm. The warm air carrying faint herbal whispers that seem to drift in time with your thoughts. Encouraged by this gentle passage, your body softens, your mind unwinds, and you glide gently toward a serene, unfolding quietude. You feel your body lighten effortlessly, as if it has been lifted by invisible currents humming softly around you. In this subtle embrace of gravity's gentlest touch, each movement is tender and unhurried. Your limbs float freely, brushing against the smooth fabric beneath you, its surface delicate and cool, like silk weaving in slow waves. There is no weight pressing down, only a soothing sense of suspension that eases every part of you. The space around you moves in a gentle cadence, a quiet dance without hurry. Sounds ripple softly from the station's steady hum, a constant vibration that settles deep within the air. It is a familiar presence, a whispered melody of machinery breathing in harmony with the coil of soft illumination. These quiet murmurs drift through the curves of the walls, wrapping you in a cocoon of peace, where time stretches and unfolds with the slow certainty of dawn. Beyond the transparent pane, the vastness reveals itself as an endless river of muted colors, flowing and drifting like a slow-motion tide. You imagine the weightlessness there, a vastness that carries every speck of light and shadow gently, with no rush or weight to bind. Here, in this quiet orbit, you are part of that calm current, held in a tender buoyancy that soothes your mind like a lullaby whispered through silk threads. Your breath moves easily now, light and even, as if it too is floating just beneath the surface of a tranquil stream. The subtle pressure of air mingles lightly with the faint scent of warm herbs, their softness weaving into the calm around you. This sensation of gentle buoyancy settles your thoughts, letting them drift like petals on a silent breeze, each one rising and falling in a slow, peaceful rhythm. Resting here, you become aware of the delicate flow that carries you without effort, the quiet transformation of weight into gentle lift, of stillness into shimmering motion. It is a graceful unfolding, a slow movement without shape or form that cradles you ever deeper into serene ease. As your body and mind merge with this soft drifting, you feel the edges of waking stretch and soften, melting into a tender quiet that invites the next gentle passage ahead. Settling into this gentle current once more, you notice the air that wraps around you shifts softly, carrying whispers of blooms that are retreating into quiet rest. Their fragrance lingers like coals cooling after a long fire, warm and almost hidden beneath the calm. Each breath you take is touched by these gentle hints, soft, delicate, and fading slowly, as if nature itself is sighing into stillness. The light here gathers its own quiet rhythm, flowing from the tender golds of evening toward cooler, muted shades that balance the warmth like a soft sigh. It glides across the smooth surfaces nearby, settling in pale reflections that feel both close and far away, like the gentle touch of a silken shawl brushing across your skin. This interplay between glow and shade is slow and tender, building a seamless quiet where nothing presses, nothing calls. Beneath your fingertips, the texture of the space remains a constant comfort. The subtle caress of cool silk lingers, grounding you with its smoothness, delicate and constant. It supports your body without effort, a gentle reminder of safety and calm, like a whisper tracing your skin with care. This sensation is steady, a quiet anchor amidst the fading warmth that surrounds you. Nestled here, every small detail flows together, the diminishing aromas, the shifting hues, the tender textures, to create a balanced harmony that invites rest. The fading embers of scent and light blend softly, mirroring the ease with which your thoughts begin to slow, drifting beside the slow unfolding changes within this quiet sanctuary. Like a gentle transformation unfolding in the night, you feel yourself folding deeper into this space, ready to follow the subtle journey onward, soft and unhurried. You settle more comfortably as a slow current stirs the air around you, barely noticeable but present, like a tender breath brushing over your skin. It carries a quiet chill, a whispered coolness that slips softly beneath your sleeves, tracing delicate lines along your arms. The gentle flow is steady, a serene presence moving through the stillness, weaving through the quiet atmosphere like a silken thread unspooling through the dark. Outside the wide viewport, the colors have softened further. The quiet brilliance you noticed earlier now dims into gentle gradients, where pale blues teeth into deep indigos and hints of soft lavender fade toward shadow depths. The edges of shapes blur gracefully, dissolving into one another as if painted by slow, careful strokes, leaving you with an unbroken wash of calm that cradles your gaze. You feel yourself drawn into this slowly melting palette, each subtle hue inviting a deeper ease, a quiet calm settling across your thoughts. The steady hum of the station blends smoothly with a sigh of breath, your own breath mingling with the quiet machinery. Together, they create a seamless, flowing soundscape, an intimate melody of whispered energy and whispered life. It's neither loud nor insistent, rather, it sweeps through the room like a gentle stream, curving around your senses, lulling each moment along as it moves. This soft chorus wraps around you, as delicate and unhurried as the drifting currents you feel sliding past your skin. In this tranquil harmony, the flow of air seems to carry little stories, whispered messages that drift slowly and gently from one space to another, much like thoughts gliding in quiet formation. There is no rush in these currents, only a patient unfolding, a rhythmic pulse that echoes the gradual shifts of time and space. You sense the softness of silk wrapping around your awareness, a subtle hint of transformation lingering in the balance between air and light. With every breath, the quiet sounds and gentle shades merge seamlessly. The flowing air becomes a calm companion, steady and steadying, an embrace that supports without pressing, You rest here, cradled in the muted shift of color and sound, feeling the soft pulse of invisible currents ease through you, guiding you slowly toward a place where drifting becomes effortless, where peaceful moments stretch like a gentle ocean swell. The steady flow invites you deeper into rest, a quiet lullaby made of breath, light, and the soft murmur of air moving ever so softly all around. Now the darkness gathers more fully, folding around you like countless layers of fine silk descending in delicate veils. These gentle drapes do not press or cling, but float loosely, brushing your skin with the lightest touch, a silky hush that smooths away any lingering thought. Each fold seems to catch the softest hint of warmth, wrapping you in a tender embrace that feels both weightless and soothing, as if the very air has woven a gentle cocoon just for you. The light in the station shifts to a quiet twilight, a dim glow that pools in quiet corners and slips along curved surfaces with a softness that invites stillness. It's a light that lingers on the edge of vision like a fading dream, neither bright nor fading, but simply resting, content to hold gentle watch as you begin to settle deeper. This muted gleam traces the smooth curves around you, revealing silken layers that blend seamlessly with shadows, enfolding the space in a quiet glow that feels intimately familiar. Beneath your fingertips, the subtle silk-like textures linger, brushing cool and delicate, shifting lightly with the soft currents that hum through the cabin. The skin drinks in this calmness, each gentle caress sending whispers of quiet warmth that cradle your body. The temperature holds steady and kind, neither too cool nor warm, a calm presence that grounds you softly, drawing gentle comfort from the silken curtains, floating just beyond reach. In this sanctuary woven from silent folds in the softest light, time seems to slow to a pulse that is almost breath itself. Thoughts drift like distant stars behind gauzy veils, their edges melting into the calming hush. Here, the quiet layering transforms the space around you into a gentle sanctuary, a place where all movement feels fluid and unhurried, unfolding like a slow, careful dance. With the silk-like layers wrapping both your senses and the station's contours, you settle further into this place of gentle veiling calm. The warmth that holds you whispers steady reassurance as your body eases deeper into restfulness. The soft glowing light dims further, welcoming the quiet hush of night, blending the edges of vision with the smooth, silky dark. Slowly, your awareness softens, carried gently on the quiet breath of this silky evening. The calm presence wraps you completely, a tender veil inviting you to drift onward with the tender cadence of the station's quiet heart. Settling more comfortably into the gentle hush of the station's observation nook, you notice the cosmic colors. Beyond the wide window shift with a slow, deliberate rhythm. Soft shades ripple outward in hues that deepen and fade like the inhaling and exhaling of some vast, serene presence. Each pulse of light flows gradually, an easy cadence that feels neither hurried nor distant, but intimately close, as though the universe itself breathes just beside you. The steady hum of the station, once a subtle background murmur, begins to fold into the vast quiet. It becomes a gentle sigh, almost imperceptible, as though the machinery pauses briefly in a calm, mindful pause. Whispering currents of air drift quietly through the space, barely stirring the cool silk brushing your skin. This retreat into near stillness invites a softness within you to expand, absorbing the tranquility that wraps every sound and shadow. As the temperature shifts, a cooler embrace settles around you, inviting restfulness deeper into your limbs. The air, rich with delicate floral whispers, cools just enough to soothe without chill. It feels like a smooth transition, as if the station itself is settling into a protective cradle of quiet coolness, safe and steady, a gentle contrast to the earlier warmth that full evening offered. The delicate coolness blends with the soft silk against your skin, a tender balance that draws you further into calm. Outside, the steady cosmic pulses continue their slow dance, the colors breathing rhythmically in waves of radiant blues and muted purples. They act like the calm, unfaltering heartbeat of the sky, measured and unchanging, a perfect companion to the steady coolness that enfolds your form. The quiet space feels wrapped in layers of hushed light and gentle cool, both ebbing and flowing with natural grace, as if time itself slows to listen. In this serene moment, you find yourself cradled between two quiet breaths, the vast universal rhythm and the station's tender lowering warmth. Slowly, you feel every fiber relax, held softly by an unseen hand woven from starlight and silk. The night humbers on, carrying you steadily, smoothly, toward that place where all pulses soften into a gentle, endless rest. You settle deeper into the waiting stillness, the subtle pull of the station's gentle gravity drawing you close, yet never heavy. It holds you in careful balance, like the soft embrace of a slow, quiet tide. The sensation is soothing, neither pressure nor weighty constraint, but a calm presence that invites surrender and ease. Your body feels as if it is floating just above a delicate surface, a place where rest can stretch wide and undisturbed. Beneath your fingertips, the silk textures have grown even more tender, slipping softly like a feather brushing against your skin. They fold around you now with an almost invisible lightness, like a whisper of cloth drifting through still air. This gentle covering traces the gentle curves of your arms and shoulders, fragile and weightless as a cloud's breath. The tactile world here becomes a quiet melody of softness and grace, a fabric woven from warmth and hush. With each steady pulse of light and each gentle waft of scent, your awareness expands into a delicate calmness. The silken darkness just beyond the glow cradles you, a quiet invitation to rest deeply. You drift here, embraced by a space designed to soothe, smooth, and carry you gently onward. The light's soft rhythm hums with the promise of sweet stillness to come as your mind and body begin to float into peaceful rest. As you settle more fully into this quiet space, a gentle vibration hums beneath your skin, steady and even, like the distant heartbeat of the station itself. The subtle pulse blends with faint murmurs of machinery weaving through the air, crafting a lullaby of sound that wraps around you like a calm, familiar shawl. It sinks softly into the edges of your awareness, inviting a slow ease to sweep through your muscles. Your fingertips move slightly, brushing against the surfaces near you, each touch met with the cool, yielding caress of silk-like textures. They glide smoothly across your skin, whispering softness with every gentle shift. The sensation is like threads of liquid velvet, curling lightly with your breath in a delicate dance that feels less like fabric and more like a tender presence, steady and kind. Outside the wide observation window, the cosmos unfolds in a timeless ballet. Stars drift lazily, and distant swirls of color move in unhurried patterns, their silent grace mirrored by the steady background hum inside. This expansive, gentle movement encourages your thoughts to slow, drawing them out like quiet ripples on a smooth pond. As you watch, the comforting quiet around you becomes a gentle pressure, a rhythm that seems woven into the very walls, an ever-present pulse guiding you into soft stillness. All around, sound dissolves into a peaceful silence that feels more like a gentle sigh than emptiness. Occasionally, distant murmurs wander through the air, barely there, like slow, deliberate heartbeats of the station itself. The familiar hum that once filled the space now rests in a slower rhythm, a tender lull that invites your thoughts to slow alongside it. Nothing disturbs this calm, no sudden notes or sharp edges, only a smooth continuum of quiet sighs. The unique textures, more delicate than before, remind you of floating threads within a dream, their gentle weightlessness offering a soft cradle for your senses. You imagine yourself wrapped in this silky stillness where every ounce of being melts halfway between the tangible and the unseen. There is a curious ease in this sensation, the kind that allows you to drift deeper without effort, carried by invisible currents that hold nothing but serenity. Within this moment, your awareness becomes like the slow unfolding of a quiet bloom, expanding gently in silence. The station's subtle gravity, the soft caress of fabric, and the hushed breathing of the space around you blend into an endless embrace. As the textures continue their tender invitation, you find yourself slipping further into the soothing weight of stillness, ready to welcome the next gentle phase of rest. You settle more deeply into the tender cradle of the observation nook, feeling the air move around you as if breathing alongside your own quiet rhythm. Across the softly curved panels, pale lights shimmer in slow, deliberate sequences, each glow lingering just long enough before melting into the next. These gentle illuminations trace patterns that unfold without hurry, like water rippling lazily beneath a summer moon. Their rhythm feels as familiar as a lullaby whispered silently from the station itself. The air around you carries a faint murmur, a barely audible sigh that weaves through the space like a delicate thread. It flutters softly, a tender chorus of murmurs from unseen vents and slow-moving currents, creating a gentle soundtrack to this tranquil moment. The sound folds around you in a way that invites stillness, wrapping your senses in a calm consistency that never intrudes, only soothes. A subtle warmth clings to the atmosphere now, steady and even, as if the room itself breathes in comfort. The temperature rests perfectly in a place that asks nothing of you but to soften, to relax. Each fraction of degree feels like the gentle embrace of silk, pressing lightly across your skin and inviting your muscles to unfurl with ease. The light's slow repetition holds your gaze with quiet familiarity, a gentle promise and unchanging glow that lets you feel grounded and serene. This peaceful unfolding is like the steady flicker of stars observed from a distant shore, a gentle pulse, unwavering and calm. The soft, recurring dance of illumination bends time into a smooth, flowing stretch, as if each cycle invites you gently deeper into rest. Nearby, the faint hum of machinery pulses in harmony with whispered currents, their voices blending into a quiet chant. It's as if the station itself hums a song of slow transformation, one without rush, only the patient weaving of delicate threads in the silence. The gentle chorus encourages your mind to float free, embracing the unhurried passage of moments unfolding one after another. In this serene space, where light and sound trace tender arcs, like soft silk sliding across your skin, you find your breathing softening, becoming as smooth and steady as the familiar patterns repeating before you. The glow does not change, yet it somehow deepens, drawing you inward, coaxing your thoughts to become light and drifting. You are cradled here, surrounded by the steady rhythm of this quiet station, held safely within the slow, gentle embrace of repeating light and whispered air. Drift softly now, carried ever onward through this calm expanse where time stretches as gently as the smoothest fabric, guiding you toward deeper rest and well-earned stillness. The deepening dark settles softly around you, as if a vast, gentle cloak is drawn carefully over the station. It enfolds the spaces between glowing panels and curved walls, wrapping everything in a tender quiet that feels like a whispered lullaby. Slowly, the light fades to the faintest shimmer, like distant stars flickering faintly far beyond the windows. This faint glimmer offers a quiet presence, safe, familiar, and just out of reach, inviting your thoughts to ease and expand comfortably into stillness. Sounds shrink and soften with the deepening night, folding into a hush that feels like a breath held gently, barely there. The gentle murmur of air currents blends into the subtle hum of machinery so slow and light, it almost blends with the silence itself. These muted tones form a melody as delicate as a fabric brushing unseen, a calming hum that resonates softly against your skin and mind. The atmosphere bathes you in calm, like an invisible thread connecting every quiet note into one seamless softness. Around you, the station's usual glow transforms into a tranquil expanse of almost nothingness, a sanctuary where light and sound suspend their dance and settle into stillness. In this tender space, time slows to a pace as lazy as the drifting shadows cast by the fragile light above. You feel held in a moment that stretches, a moment that embraces you like the smoothest silk wrapped gently close, steady, unhurried, and infinitely kind. As you rest here, the starlight glow beyond the wide glass feels like a distant friend watching softly over you, a calm presence poised just beyond reach. The sensation is more than sight and sound. It feels like the night itself is wrapping you in softness, a quiet comfort that invites your thoughts to slow, your body to rest. The gentle pull toward peace is like the unspoken promise of dawn far away, shimmering faintly at the edge of sleep's horizon. There is nowhere else to be, no need to move, only the warm, nurturing quiet and the slow easing of all tension. Let yourself drift with these faint lights and whispered sounds, knowing you rest within a tender calm that holds you easily, deeply, without end. The night's embrace is here, soft, kind, and steady, leading you onward through stillness and into the sweetest depths of rest. As you settle further into this serene space, the surrounding temperature begins to shift with a delicate gentleness. It slides downward, no abrupt change, just a smooth, almost imperceptible cooling that beckons you toward a quieter form of ease. You might notice how the air now feels a little crisper, the tender warmth that held you comfortably earlier tapering off like the lingering touch of a slow sunset. This subtle chill invites your body to relax more deeply, coaxing each muscle to soften, surrendering without effort. Around you, the sounds recede even further. The station's familiar heartbeat, the soft rhythm that has accompanied your journey, now thins to a near whisper, a gentle pulse barely stirring the stillness that cradles you. It's as though you are floating in a vast expanse of hush, where every breath of air seems measured and light. The faintest currents stir the atmosphere, yet without urgency or haste, weaving a delicate backdrop of peace that seems to stretch out gently without end. Your skin becomes aware of the textures that brush softly against it, now cooler and more sparse. The silk-like fibers that once felt richly enveloping now glide with a lighter touch, as a calm veil draping you in quiet simplicity. There is a smoothness that comforts without weight, like a whisper of fabric sliding slowly across your skin. This delicate touch mirrors the slow descent of warmth and sound, a subtle invitation to melt deeper into rest's embrace. In this calm, you sense the space shifting quietly around you, light transforming into a faint shimmer, color softening, and warmth unfurling toward coolness. The gentle change feels natural, like the turning of a page in a peaceful story, unfolding steadily without rush or strain. It hints at motion not in sudden bursts, but in gradual, unfolding moments where every sensation blends seamlessly into the next. Somewhere nearby, a companion presence lingers barely sensed, peaceful as the hum of the station itself. Their quiet nearness adds to the safety of this place, a silent warmth woven into the cooler air, steady and kind. You drift slowly, the tempered air and softened textures guiding you like a gentle tide. Rest deepens here, beneath the subtle dance of fading warmth and hushed sounds. With each heartbeat slowed, you move further into a quiet calm that holds you gently, inviting your thoughts to float softly away, carried off on the lightest whispers of silk in the cool night. You settle deeper into the stillness that surrounds you, where movement beyond the wide window feels nearly paused, as if the universe itself has exhaled into a calm, endless moment. The stars and distant planets hold their places like delicate glass ornaments suspended in quiet space, their slow shimmer softening to a gentle gleam. Outside, the drifting cosmos seems to have hushed, time folding in on itself, leaving a profound silence that wraps you quietly. Within the station, the familiar breath of machines fades smoothly into the background, their usual lull now a faint memory. What remains is a tender, almost imperceptible murmur, a gentle thrum that resembles the pulse of calm itself, growing lighter as your senses soften. This subtle hum blends with the thin currents of air brushing softly past your skin, barely more than a sigh, as if the habitat itself breathes alongside you in slow, even rhythms. Your body floats freely now, weightless in the warm embrace of artificial gravity gently fading away. You feel as though you could drift forever, balanced between earth and sky without distinction, skin touched only by the lightest caress of the silken dark around you. The sensation is delicate and reassuring, a soft reminder that you are cradled securely, held lightly as you float in openness without effort or tension. A quiet bubble of timelessness holds you close, where all ordinary sounds and pressures dissolve into something fragile and pure. The cool air sighs past, bringing a slight hint of floral warmth that mingles with the stillness, deepening your sense of peace. Nearby, your calm companion remains a steady, comforting presence, as unhurried and gentle as the silence itself, adding another layer of quiet warmth to the space. Here, the cosmos has paused just long enough to let you rest within its quiet heart, a suspended moment where nothing pushes or pulls, only gentle balance. You move deeper into this space, carried slowly by the soft drift of time itself, as the silence around you widens and settles like a silken veil. In this place of hush and weightless ease, your mind finds a tender stillness, welcoming dreams as they begin to stir softly, like the faintest starlight melting into shadow. Now the light softens further, settling into the faintest trace, a gentle flicker that barely touches the curved walls around you. It's a quiet glow, calm and reassuring, like the last sigh of day before the night breathes fully. The warmth that cradles you seems to deepen, folding in with a delicate ease that wraps your skin in a tender embrace, neither cool nor heavy, just a serene comfort that lingers softly. Sounds fade even more, the gentle hum of the station becoming a distant murmur that blends seamlessly with the faintest whisper of air. The space around you invites a kind of quiet so deep that it carries no weight, only a lightness that feels like something woven from the gentlest threads. These subtle shifts carry you closer to a world where every detail melts away, leaving only a smooth stillness that flows like silk brushing softly against your skin. Your senses respond to this delicate quiet, slipping slowly into softness. The subtle warmth mingles with the dim ambient light, folding into a protective calm that settles around your body and mind. This enveloping silk-like stillness holds you tenderly, a quiet invitation to rest without effort or expectation. It is the kind of calm that grows like a slow wave, wrapping you gently, securing a sense of peace that moves through every part of you without a word. In this space, your thoughts slow until they drift lightly, floating like silk threads carried on a lazy breeze. Every sensation, from the faintest glow of light to the soothing temperature embracing you, folds seamlessly into the others. A calm companion's presence remains nearby, steady and quiet, like the softest fabric brushed by a breath, a silent reminder of gentle support in this quiet night. Here, resting in the velvety dimness, you feel the subtle flow of calm and quiet weaving through you, drawing you deeper into a restful surrender. With this steady, almost weightless calm wrapping close, the moment stretches as a gentle thread, easing you toward a peaceful drift where sleep will come softly, like a delicate silk unfurling in stillness. The mild vibration you feel is not abrupt or intrusive, but an embracing embrace, like the heartbeat of something vast yet tender, radiant in its softness. It invites you to match its calm steadiness, letting any sharp edges of the day dissolve into this warm continuity. You are cradled by smooth curves in a hush that holds no hurry, no demand, only the slow unfolding of peaceful rest. In this moment, the lighter hum and the delicate threads of silk settle together, creating a serene tapestry beneath your skin and around your mind. You drift in that gentle intertwine, floating comfortably toward dreams that come with no rush, but as a quiet bloom opening in a garden of calm. Now your fingers rest lightly against the station's smooth walls, curved and endless in their gentle rhythm. The bioluminescent panels whisper softly beneath your touch, shifting their colors with a languid grace. Warm hues mingle with cooler shades, flowing like a silent dance unfolding just for you. Each subtle change carries a delicate warmth that brushes over your skin, trading places seamlessly with ribbons of cool calm that slide slowly in the same unhurried motion. The rhythm is soothing, like the quiet ebb and flow of a distant tide, carrying you deeper into quiet reflection. A faint, tender taste lingers at the edges of your breath, something soothing and mild, like a warm herbal infusion that has settled softly in the air around you. It holds the memory of sun-warmed leaves, gentle and slightly sweet, as if a quiet garden has been tucked into this quiet corner of space. The taste and the shifting light intertwine gently, like two soft currents weaving a calm melody just beyond your awareness. Tracing the arc of the walls, your touch follows a path that feels alive yet restful, as if the very architecture is slowly awakening with a glowing heartbeat. The colors shift imperceptibly, flowing in waves reminiscent of a soft breeze brushing through a silk curtain. Nothing is hurried here. Every transition is meant to soothe, to cradle you with quiet assurance. The glowing panels are like slow breaths of light, helping thoughts dissolve and settle into a peaceful quiet. In this calm unfolding, the intertwining of warmth and coolness invites you to drift further still, carried by the gentle flow of light and taste that fold around you like a delicate veil. The space holds you gently, as if wrapped in a quiet promise of ease and rest. You feel the pulse of this orbiting haven softly match the rhythm of your slow thoughts, and with that harmonious current beneath your skin and mind, you begin to float even further toward a place where peaceful dreams ripple quietly like silk drifting on an unbroken breeze. You settle deeper into the soothing stillness, your skin brushing against a surface as smooth and cool as carefully spun silk. It slips and slides lightly, like a tender caress woven from shadow and softness, wrapping around you with a quiet familiarity that feels like a gentle clasp, neither tight nor loose, just perfectly there. The touch is delicate but constant, comforting as a whispered lullaby that moves in time with your own ease. Around you, the shade deepens, folding carefully like a silken shawl drawn close, soft and unfurling with no edges to catch or disrupt. This darkness is not empty but full, an embrace of quiet space where muted warmth and faint light weave together in a slow, peaceful dance. It casts a gentle shadow that seems to breathe, lingering just enough to hold you tenderly, as if the very air is spun from a gentle filament wrapping your senses in calm. The hum of the station threads through the silence, not sharp or mechanical, but smooth and continuous, like the gentle murmur of whispered currents brushing past your ear. It's neither loud nor faint, settling softly into the background with a steady, measured rhythm that matches the unfolding quiet inside your chest. This steady resonance forms a subtle cradle for the senses, a serene pulse you can rest beside, soothing and unhurried. Within this cocoon, sensations blend quietly. The slow shift of dark and light, the delicate touch of cool silk, the steady, low sound like a warm breath held softly in the space around you. Each moment extends gently into the next, inviting your thoughts to soften, to glide along the smooth folds that surround you. You feel, without reaching or straining, the space between moments widen quietly, like petals smoothing open in the hush before dawn. Here, in the calm weave of tactile shadows and tender whispers, you rest fully. The station's subtle breath continues alongside your own, a slow and even rhythm of steady presence. Cradled in this silken darkness, you drift further, floating toward a place where every sensation wraps you closer to sleep, carried slowly downstream on a river of soft, uninterrupted calm. You lean gently toward the wide observation panes, eyes tracing the quiet pace of celestial shapes beyond. Slowly, distant orbs and drifting lights traverse the vast velvet expanse, each movement deliberate, almost like a sigh unfolding in the depths of space. The slow, measured journey of these cosmic bodies invites your thoughts to settle, each moment stretching serene and unhurried. Outside, colors mingle with tender ease, the muted blues blending seamlessly into soft lavenders, hints of warm gold rippling into pale turquoise. These hues flow as if touched by a careful artist's brush, strokes of watercolor merging and fading, never rushing, always changing just enough to hold your gaze without distraction. The calm rhythm of this cosmic palette mirrors an unspoken pulse, a lullaby in shifting light that soothes you deeper into stillness. Around you, the station's air carries a faint, sweet scent, subtle touches of blossoms drifting lazily, their gentle aroma weaving through the warm atmosphere, blended softly with the purity of space outside. It wraps the breath with a cool clarity that refreshes without stirring. This mingling of fragrance and silence is like a delicate silk scarf, brushing softly against your skin and easing away any remnants of alertness. The windows, smooth and cool beneath your fingertips, reflect back the glow of shifting colors, as if the palette and scent have become one tranquil embrace. A delicate flow of hue traces patterns against the dark expanse, reminding you of slow unfoldings, the gradual, peaceful transformations that fill this space with quiet magic. Here, cradled in a gentle stillness where light and fragrance drift in harmony, your thoughts can ease into a tender rhythm. As the cosmic dance moves onward without hurry, you float alongside it, softly carried through the slow unfolding of night's quiet symphony, gently folding your awareness into the calm hush of endless drifting moments. Settling further into this calm space, the warmth around you deepens just enough to feel like a slow, easy sigh passing over your skin. It's as if the station itself breathes quietly, a gentle exhalation that embraces you with a subtle rise in temperature, calm and unchanging. This tender warmth seeps softly, nudging away the chill of stillness while inviting a comforting weight, like velvet folding gently over your shoulders. The background hum continues, constant and steady, its low murmur like a familiar heartbeat beneath a lullaby. It holds no rush or interruption, merely the quiet promise of presence, endlessly patient and unmarked by time. It carries on, a discreet soundscape that ushers you deeper into a tranquil space, where nothing presses but everything supports your ease. A soft brush of silk lingers faintly against your skin, the texture delicate and smooth, shifting as you adjust your posture with minimal movement. The fabric's caress is almost imagined yet distinctly tender, like a whisper of a cloud or a feather's glide. It brushes and sways softly, a cooling contrast to the warm air, joining the rhythm of subtle sensation that flows through this gentle environment. Within the station's embrace, this gradual, subtle warming becomes a quiet companion, never abrupt, but a calm, enveloping presence that moves slowly and evenly. The air, a mixture of gentle heat and cool softness, balances with the faint floral hint that threads its way through the spaces, adding an almost tangible softness to the environment. It invites a curious ease, one that settles without force and lingers like a memory yet to be named. Without marking time or place, you feel the contour of warmth as it spreads like a silken river flowing just beneath the surface, a serene current carrying you onward, not forward, but inward. This feeling, neither quickening nor stilling, but simply present, encourages a delicate unfolding, a quiet response of your body and mind to gentle invitation. Here, warmth is not merely temperature, it is a slow pulse, a soothing pressure that comforts as silk does, encasing and unfolding without rush or demand. It melts quietly into the slow journey you share with the station, a soft breathing wave beneath your skin, an invisible garment woven from the station's steady pulse. As you ease into this soothing blending of touch and heat, you drift with the assurance of gradual change, the warm breath of the place settling softly around you, cradling you gently as the quiet hum continues its endless song. Slowly you follow the sensation deeper still, moving in tandem with the broad, unhurried embrace of the night's unfolding hush. You settle more deeply into the stillness of this moment, feeling the station's quiet breath weave through the curved walls that surround you. A delicate current of air stirs faintly, tracing the contours of the space with a tender, nearly inaudible murmur, as if countless soft voices just beyond reach whisper secrets meant only for you. This gentle rustle flows steadily, shaping invisible pathways across your skin, cool and light as a veil of mist drawn softly over a quiet garden. Around you, the shadows lengthen with a patient grace, merging seamlessly with the tender glow of the bioluminescent panels. The light shifts without hurry, brushing away boundaries until edges melt away like the fading notes of a lullaby. There is no sharpness, no contrast here, only the smoothing embrace of dusk-like tones, folding one shade gently into the next, creating a calm space where nothing presses or demands. The station's curves cradle this dance of soft brightness and shadow, moving slowly like waves lapping at the shore of a dream. A faint, soothing fragrance floats on the air, warm and mild, born from the gentle herbs tended in quiet corners of the habitat. This subtle scent drifts through the quiet hum, its aroma delicate as a memory just remembered after a long rest. It wraps around your senses with comforting softness, like the faint sweetness of a freshly brewed infusion that soothes from within. The herbal tones mingle seamlessly with the air's whispering currents, creating a serene melody that settles easily over your mind. Nearby, the barely perceptible murmurs, those gentle little sighs of airflow, seem to hum like distant voices joining a tender chorus. They move slowly and thoughtfully, their soft rhythm inviting your thoughts to slow deeper. Imagine the air itself as a hushed companion, sharing quiet stories that ripple lightly across your skin and through this space, never loud, always kind. The sound blends with the scent and the soft shadows, assembling around you a tranquil cocoon of calm, delicate, and protective. In this haven of slow rhythms and subtle stirrings, you become aware of the gentle trust woven through the atmosphere, a promise that all unfolds with steady grace. The quiet murmurs guide you toward a place of perfect ease, You rest within this delicate fabric of stillness, where every whisper of wind and faint fragrance works gently to nurture the peace settling